There are places on this earth pushed to the very edge of our understanding, desolate outposts where the silence is so complete it screams, where the wind doesn't just howl, it whispers forgotten, terrible names. And in these forsaken corners, human sanity can become a fragile thing, easily fractured by the colossal indifference of nature, or something else, something that waits in the dark, beyond the reach of any light. Eilean Mor, the Big Isle, one of the remote Flannan Isles, a cruel scattering of rocks off Scotland's brutal western coast. In the winter of 1900, this god-forsaken sentinel became the stage for a disappearance so absolute, so chillingly complete. It feels less like a mystery and more like a tear in the fabric of reality itself. 3 souls were stationed there: Thomas Marshall, James Juket, and Donald MacArthur, men of the sea, hardened by routine, their lives measured by the turning of the light and the relentless rhythm of the waves. They were not given to flights of fancy, nor were they cowards. Their duties were clear, their resolve tested daily. But in December, the sparse, factual entries in the Lighthouse log began to change. A new tone crept in, not of routine, but of an encroaching dread. The ink itself seemed to bleed fear onto the page. Voice hushed, intense. December 12th, Principal Keeper Thomas Marshall documented a tempest of impossible fury. Severe winds, his entry reads, the like of which I have never seen before in 20 years. Yet no such storm was recorded by any vessel in the area, nor on the nearby mainland. It was a phantom, a storm brewed only for them. And the men themselves, Marshall wrote, James Juket, very irritable, a man known for his stoic calm, now chafing like a cornered animal. More disturbing still, Donald MacArthur crying. MacArthur, the old sea dog, the toughest of them all, weeping as if his soul were breaking. What terrors did MacArthur see in those howling nights? What abominations whispered to him from the heart of that spectral storm? Was it the wind, the crushing isolation finally claiming their minds? Or had some ancient, nameless thing awakened on Eilean Mor, drawn to their lonely light? The 13th of December, the phantom storm raged on, an impossible siege. Marshall's log states, all 3 of us praying. Imagine that. These men of routine, of oil and wicks and weather charts, reduced to fervent, desperate prayer. Their science, their experience, utterly useless against this onslaught. Were their senses betraying them? Was the island itself a place of illusion, a trickster rock designed to break minds? The logs spoke of their heavy, fearful pacing, the endless watch for an enemy they couldn't name, couldn't see, but could feel pressing in on them, suffocating them. And then, the last entry, December 15th, storm ended, sea calm, God is over all. Was it a declaration of peace, of deliverance, or the exhausted resignation of souls about to be claimed? After these words, the light on Eilean Mor went out, and an impenetrable silence fell. Days crawled by. Passing ships noted the darkness, where a guiding light should have been a chilling void on the horizon. Finally, on December 26th, the relief tender Hesperus battled its way to the island. Joseph Mor, the replacement keeper, felt a cold dread creep over him as they approached. The place felt wrong, dead. Landing was a nightmare, the sea still spitting at the jagged cliffs. Mor, his heart a cold stone in his chest, climbed the winding path to the tower. The entrance door was shut, but not barred. He pushed it open, the shriek of rusted hinges swallowed by the oppressive silence within. Whispering, as if sharing a terrible secret, the interior was a portrait of interrupted life and profound wrongness. The lamps, meticulously cleaned and refilled, stood ready, but unlit. The beds, unmade, as if hastily abandoned. That overturned chair, a silent scream of struggle or sudden flight. 2 sets of oilskins gone. One, belonging to Donald MacArthur, remained. Why? Why would one man face the elements, or whatever waited outside, unprotected? Further investigation outside revealed more puzzles. Damage to the west landing was severe supply boxes smashed to splinters. Iron railings bent as if by a colossal, inhuman force. Ropes were found scattered, some suggesting an attempt to secure something or someone against an incredible power. But no bodies, no sign of what that power was. The official verdict, swept away by a monstrous, unexpected wave during the storm. A neat, tidy explanation, but it satisfied no one who knew the sea or the meticulous nature of lighthouse keepers. The strange log entries, the uneaten meal, the single remaining oilskin, these details screamed a different, more terrible narrative. And so, the void left by facts was filled with chilling speculation. Had a rogue wave of unimaginable size truly claimed them all, despite their experience? Or did a more sinister, human drama unfold a descent into madness? A fatal argument, one body cast into the sea, the others fleeing in terror or guilt, only to be swallowed by the waves. Perhaps something far older, far less human, paid them a visit. A creature from the deep, visitors from another world. Or did Eilean Mor itself, the Big Isle, harbor an ancient consciousness that simply erased them? For years after, new keepers assigned to the Flannan Isles light reported an oppressive atmosphere of profound dread, unexplained footsteps echoing in empty rooms, doors creaking open slowly against the wind, as if pushed by an unseen presence. And sometimes, on the darkest nights, voices carried on the gale faint, sorrowful, calling out from the endless, indifferent dark. The bodies of Thomas Marshall, James Juquet, and Donald MacArthur were never found. Their story remains a stark warning, etched in salt and stone, a testament to the terrifying power of the unknown, the crushing weight of isolation, and the thin veil that separates our understood world from an abyss of unimaginable possibilities.